Good morning, dear students, and welcome back to your English grammar class. Today, we are going to start another topic, and that is tenses. Tense is defined as the form of verb that gives the relation between time and action. Time is the duration of work, and action is the work done. Tense gives the time when the action is done. Let us see some sentences. Sentence 1. Hari eats a mango. Sentence 2. Hari ate a mango. And sentence 3. Hari will be eating a mango. We can observe that each sentence has a different meaning. The reason is that each sentence has a different form of verb. These different forms of verbs are called tenses. The tense of a verb shows the time of an action or the state of being. In today's class, we are going to talk about the present tenses. The present tenses are classified as the simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous tenses. Let us learn about simple present tense. We use the simple present tense to talk about first, habitual actions or routines. For example, she always speaks the truth. Here, the verb is speaks, which is in the simple present tense, and it talks about the habit of the girl always speaking the truth. The next use is to talk about general truths. For example, the human body has 206 bones. Here, the verb is has and it is in the simple present tense and it is giving us a general truth, something which cannot be changed. The next use is to talk about something that is true in the present. For example, I am 13 years old. That means the verb am is talking about the truth of me being of a certain age. The fourth use is for future events that are fixed or part of a timetable. Example, the train leaves at 6 a.m. Here the verb leaves is in the simple present tense and it is talking about an event which will happen in the future, but it is fixed and we know that it is definitely going to take place. The fifth use of simple present tense is to talk about headlines of an article or news items. For example, President arrives today. The next use is to talk about dramatic description of events. For example, the film is full of humor. Every time we watch it, it keeps us laughing for a full 3 hours. Here, we are talking about the review of a movie, and every time the review will remain the same. So, it is a dramatic description of a particular event. The next use of simple present tense is to talk about verbs which express state, possession, or feelings. For example, I love my mother. Here, the word love is in the simple present tense and it talks about the feeling that I have for my mother. The structure to write affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences in simple present tense is the subject plus the verb. You can add s or es depending on the person and the verb in the first form. For negative, we add do or does depending on the subject, and for interrogative, we start the sentence with do or does depending on the subject. For example, I play cricket, you play cricket, and she plays cricket. See how with the third person an s has been added to the verb play. The negative form will be I do not play cricket, you do not play cricket, and she does not play cricket. For the interrogative, we will use do I play cricket, do you play cricket, and for third person singular, does she play cricket. Let's now talk about present continuous tense. We use present continuous tense to talk about first actions going on at the time of speaking. For example, I am teaching grammar. That means what am I doing right now? I am teaching you grammar. The action is going on in the present situation. Next is the short lived temporary actions. For example, we are learning grammar these days. That means the action of learning grammar will be confined to some particular days. These actions are temporary. Next is the definite future plans. Here we use present continuous tense. For example, I am meeting my friends this weekend. That means the plan is already been defined for the coming weekend and it is definitely going to take place. Next use is to talk about frequently repeated actions with always, continually, constantly to express annoyance or criticism. For example, you are always complaining. That means the action is always repeated and it is to express the annoyance of the person. Next uses to talk about trends. For example, more and more people are turning to yoga. That means the current wave or the current trend of the for the people is that they are turning to yoga. They are doing yoga more and more. Next uses temporary actions, actions which will not last for a very long period of time. For example, Fiona is working at St. Andrew's School for a year. The time period is only for a year, and that is why we have used present continuous tense. The structure used for writing sentences in present continuous tense is for affirmative, we use subject plus am or are or is depending on the person and the verb plus ing form. For example, I am playing cricket, you are playing cricket, and she is playing cricket. For negative, we add am, are, or is plus not and the verb with the ing form. For example, I am not playing cricket, you are not playing cricket, and she is not playing cricket. For interrogative, we begin the sentence with the auxiliary verb, we then add the subject and the verb with the ing form. For example, am I playing cricket? Are you playing cricket? And is she playing cricket? That will be all for today's class, and we'll continue the chapter tenses in our next class.